Howdy, hello, and hey there. I am so glad you joined us for this morning's Bible story. But I'm trying to find those emo boys because they're supposed to be in here telling us the story. Hey, I see you running by the window. Now you whippersnappers, get in here because it's time for the Bible story. Whoa, slow down, fellas.
Good morning, everybody. We're the Emo Boys. I'm Garrett, Devin, Jordan, and... Hey, where'd Riley go?
Hey, there he is, out the window.
Ahoy!
Riley Joe! What are you doing in that kayak?
I'm worried about a flood.
A flood? Riley, come back inside.
If you say so, but I'm bringing my life jacket.
Now, tell me again, what's with the getup?
Well, I heard we were doing the story of Noah today, so I read the story in advance last
Good
night.
job.
And I heard that God was going to destroy the world with a flood.
Well, that's true, but that was a long time ago.
But it could still happen again, couldn't it?
Well, not exactly, because God specifically promised that he wouldn't.
Well, now don't you just feel silly?
Well, let me start over. See, it was after the time of Adam and Eve. The earth had filled with people, but they'd become very wicked, and they had forgotten the ways of God. All except for one righteous family, and that was Noah's. So God spoke to Noah and said, Noah, I'm going to destroy the world, and I want you to build a boat, an ark, to save you and your family. Now, this was no easy thing, considering at the time, Noah was at least 500 years old.
500?
And to build the boat, it took him about 100 years.
100 years?
Sure did. So he built it out of wood to the specs.
Wood? Well, I'm sorry, I thought we were doing the thing with the...
So he built it out of wood to the specs that God wanted to. And him and his 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, did a pretty good job of it.
So, if you ever need an ark to be built, I know a guy. That's pretty good.
I bet it'd take me 100 years to build a birdhouse out of popsicle sticks if you 3 were helping me. Lucky for us, Noah and his sons did pretty well. And while they were building, God sent 2 of every kind of animal to the ark for them. Male and female of every kind, and we're talking dogs, horses, bugs, lions, tigers, bears.
Oh my.
They were all sent to the ark to get on board, and when it was time, God had the animals and the people get in, and then it says God closed the door. And then it started to rain. And it says the earth broke open and water spewed out, and the water quickly filled the whole earth up to the highest mountain was covered. But Noah and his family were safe inside. And all through it, they trusted God. And it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. I mean, we're here in this quarantine, and it's been about 30 days, and boy, I'm getting pretty tired. I can't imagine being stuck in there in that dirty, dingy old boat for that long.
No phone, no lights.
No motor cars.
Not a single luxury. But they were stuck there for about a full year. And once again, trusting God the whole time. Now, after a good amount of time had passed and the waters seemed like they might start to recede, Noah sent out a raven to see if it would give any sign that there was land. And the raven flew around and came back and didn't give any sign that there was land. So then he sent out a dove. And then one day the dove came back with an olive branch in its mouth, which meant there was green grass someplace, which means there had to be some dry land somewhere. And the next time he sent it out, it didn't come back at all, meaning that the dove had found a new place to live. Well, that's pretty good news. I bet they were relieved to see that. The boat came to rest on top of Mount Sinai, and the waters recessed and the family came out of the ark. And the first thing they did before they threw a big barbecue, which is what I would do, they built an altar and to praise and thank God for bringing them through the terrible flood. And while they were making the altar, God was making something for them too. He made them the rainbow. Looked very pretty after every rainstorm, and it's a symbol and a sign of God's promise. He would never again destroy the earth with a flood, which is why we don't have to worry about it. One of the most amazing things about this story is Noah's faithfulness throughout it all. He didn't understand everything, but he trusted God. When God said to build the boat, he did it, and he just followed every instruction he had. So we can use that as a model for our lives, and to pray for that kind of faithfulness, the faithfulness of Noah, so that when the storms in our life come, we'll have the faith in God to see him through. I think that'll do it for us. It's back to you, Pastor Doug.
Hey, thanks, guys. Me and my silly sidekicks always enjoy when you tell the story. Now, if you want to read this story for yourself, all you need to do is open your Bible to Genesis chapter 6, 7, and 8, and you can read it for yourself. Now, before I forget, I want to announce the contest winner from this last week, and his name is Bruce. And we're going to be sending out a really cool prize to him because he entered the contest and he won. Now, you may be thinking, how can I enter the contest? How can I win a really cool prize? And the answer is, it's simple. All you need to do is have an animal roundup of your own. Not as big as Noah's. Your parents will appreciate that. But what we want you to do is maybe you have some household pets around. Maybe a cat or a dog or who knows what you got. Or maybe you've got some really cute and cuddly little stuffed animals. Whatever you do, just round them up and then take a picture and Becca's going to tell you what you need to do from there.
If you want to be entered into this week's contest drawing and be eligible to win cool prizes like these, all you need to do is go to Instagram and send us a picture of your entry in a direct message by Thursday of this week. You can find us on Instagram at NHWC Kids Contest. Well, that's all for today, but we will see you next time.